Hi everybody, welcome back to the Hot and Cold Hobbyist and this episode of Chasing the 80s. Today I have my laptop up and running so that I can go through the video of some of my previous practice sessions. What I've noticed as I work toward lower and lower scores to get into those sub 90 numbers, I have had a lot of problems with chipping, a lot of problems with trying to hit greens. Distance control less than 100 yards has just been non-existent basically. So I was trying to do those things, kind of simulate different situations at the driving range to make that happen, and also take videos so that I could see why I wasn't able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And then I also took some video and got some really nice slow motion shots of my chip and pitch shots to see what exactly was going on, causing me to make really poor contact with the ball, leave a chip shot short of the green and have to take 2 or 3 chips just to get onto the green, or thinning it over the back of the green and then having to chip it coming back the other way. I have some pretty good video to work with here, and I will just start breaking it down so you can see what I'm seeing, and then I can make a game plan on how I'm going to practice applying what I learned going into my next round of golf, and hopefully there will be some opportunities to improve on these areas. Now when I get to the top of my backswing right here, it's really obvious I've put all of my weight onto my back foot, and I'm clearly way out of posture, which just sets me up to be bottoming out my swing behind the ball, which is a big problem. And really that huge backswing is causing a huge sway, lifting my arms way out and getting the club way offline, as you can see, causing that flippy motion there. Compare that to this. This is supposed to be a partial swing, but if I had stopped my backswing right here, even on a full swing, that's a really good position to be in. I'm still connected to the ground, and I'm still very much in posture here. The problem is, even on what I'm thinking is a partial swing, I'm going to keep going on this backswing a little bit. And that's really telling that a key to this is to shorten up my backswing way short on these partial wedge shots, but still about this short, about what I would consider just a 3/4 backswing or even a half a backswing, to keep myself in posture when I'm taking these full swings and using my lower body to propel the downswing. But you'll see that even when I'm trying to do a 3/4 swing here, I'm going to overswing. I'm going to keep going, get my hands a little out of position, and have a difficult time bringing that back through the ball. The video evidence is there that this overswing, getting out of posture, is just grooved into my swing. It's a habit. And so over and over again, it's leading to those inconsistent shots and the frustration that you can see right there on my face. So after I stopped recording there, I actually ended up practicing making a shorter backswing and taking full swings that way. And I did notice marked improvement. I started, hitting the greens on the simulator at least, and basically just really having a much more controlled swing and a much more predictable result from a full swing. And so that was a great thing to take away from that practice session. Next, I'm going to move on to short game practice, because we know that the chipping numbers have been awful and the chipping results have been awful. And so if I'm going to have any chance of dropping my scores below 90, I am going to have to address my chipping issues. I will pull up the video of that and I will show you what I was able to notice by reviewing the video in this practice session. Now, if I slow the video way down here, you can see as I come through, there's this evidence of a spasm as I release through the ball. And that can only be described as a yip. So coming through the ball with that kind of jerky motion is going to either lift the club away and cause a thin shot, or make it dig down into the turf and cause a chunk. And you'll end up with some of the worst shots you will ever see, such as the next one right here. Similar to what's been happening on my full swing, this big long backswing, the hinge to the wrist, there's just so much that can go wrong between the top of the backswing and the impact with the ball. And I think that's a big part of what's causing the yips in these chipping strokes. But even when I try to do a regular iron grip and chip it forward with a controlled, almost like a long putting stroke, I'm just hitting really inconsistent shots, thin shots, fat shots, and struggling with the overall chipping stroke. But there is a small bright spot I noticed, which is when I was trying to hit further chip shots, I was making a more confident swing at the ball. And that is something that could be taken away from this practice session and these videos. If I can start making a really confident swing on my chip shots through every chip shot I have, short or long, that could start making a huge difference. Coming out of this video analysis, I have a game plan going into my next round of golf, and that is to really pay attention to making a tight, controlled swing when I am hitting approach shots. I know that I need to make a confident swing through the ball when I am hitting chip shots, and also just using those grooved, shorter pitch shots, let's say 80 yards and in, or, somewhere in that range, that those shots, I got a chance to practice lots of those on the driving range, and I should be able to control my distance and put it a little closer to the flag when I'm hitting those shots. Those are the opportunities I'm going to be looking for. Keep an eye out for the next episode. Like this video and subscribe while you're here, and I will see you in the next one. Baby, you